Hello students, welcome to Accountancy Point where we study the various accounting concepts for class 11 and 12. Today I have come with a new topic but with the same concept what was done in the previous video for class 12. Children, if you remember, we have been doing the sums and the concepts based on adjustment of capital, and in the same concept this is the last video and this is the last concept of this particular chapter. This is adjustment of capital case 4. So today we will take this concept and we'll finish off this particular chapter. Based on this, you will have a few questions which you can solve from your book. Today, the concept which I am going to choose is nothing new, but it's the continuation of case 3 itself. Whatever we had done in case 3, we will be doing the same thing, only a small addition will be done. In case 3, if you remember, if you have not gone through the video, case 3, adjustment of capital case 3 in case of retirement, the link is shared in the description column. Please watch case 3 so that you will be able to create a link between case 3 and case 4. Besides that, today in this particular case, I am not going to attempt a full question because there is nothing new over here in this particular concept. So I will be just taking a small example with the help of which I will try to explain you the partner's capital account. First of all, I will take an example and I will solve that, the working part. Then I will take one partner's capital and show you in case of full-fledged sum how to solve such type of question. Children, this particular question, this particular case, as I told you, is just a continuation of case 3. This is my video number 33 and it is related to adjustment of capital case 4, retirement of partner. So over here, children, this is case 4 which I have taken, the last concept of this particular adjustment of capital as well as the last concept of the chapter. Over here it is written that this concept, when a retiring partner is to be paid with cash brought in by continuing partners in such a manner that their capitals are in proportion to their new PSR, and they, till here, this is case 3. So from here to here we are following the same thing. The only addition is that they also want the firm to maintain a minimum level of cash or bank balance. So this is an addition. That means this is a combination of two things. The first part is based on your case 3 where the retiring partner is to be paid off, and whatever amount is required to pay him off, that will be brought by the continuing partners. They also want to readjust their capital in new PSR. So till here it was case 3. They also want to maintain a minimum cash or bank balance. So this is an addition to case 3. So whatever and the way in which we have solved case 3, we will be doing and solving it in the same way. No changes, only a small addition. That's why I am not going to take up a complete question today. I have written down some of the steps which you will follow and which you have already followed in case 3. Step 1, calculate the adjusted capital of retiring partner. Then adjusted capital of continuing partners. Third, pay off the retiring partner. Whatever amount will be needed to pay him off, that with the help of that you will calculate the total capital. How to calculate the total capital? You will take adjusted capital of the continuing partners, adjusted capital of retiring partner, the amount which you have to pay to retiring partner, that will be added. Now till here we have done this much. Now what is the addition? That they want to maintain a minimum cash or bank balance. So for that, whatever cash or bank balance they want to maintain in the new firm, you will add that, and the cash or bank balance which is already shown by the balance sheet, that you will subtract. So doing all these plus and minus, you will get your total capital. You will distribute the total capital in the new PSR. once again we have come back to case 3 itself, and then we will find out the excess or deficiency in capital. Excess is a situation where the continuing partner withdraws the amount from his capital. It happens when adjusted capital of the continuing partner is more than the new capital of the continuing partner. And deficit takes place in which case the partner will introduce more capital. This happens when the new capital is more than the adjusted capital. So these are certain steps, children, which you will follow. It will be easy for you to understand the concept. Here I have taken a small example. I will solve this example and then I will show you how to prepare the partner's capital account and how to make changes in partner's capital account. But remember, I am not going to take up the full question today. Over here, there are 3 partners A, B and C who share profits and losses in the ratio 3:2:1. Question has already given you the capitals. Capital of A is rupees 2 lakhs. Capital of B is rupees 2,50,000. Capital of C is rupees 1,50,000. Now general reserve is there. So as you know, general reserve is distributed in the old PSR. General reserve is 90,000 to be distributed in the ratio 3:2:1. So it will be 45,000, 30,000 and 15,000. This will be the share of all the 3 partners. Similarly, the next one is the firm's goodwill was valued at rupees 60,000. This is the firm's goodwill. And if you see over here, the new PSR between A and B is already given. A is to A. C is retiring. So we have to find out the gaining ratio. So what will be the gaining ratio? Gaining ratio of A will be new ratio of A. What is the new ratio of A? 1/2. Minus what is the old ratio of A? 3/6. So if you see, it is 6, 3 minus 3 is neither gaining nor sacrificing. B, new ratio is 1/2. Old ratio is 2/6. So if you take the LCM, 3 minus 2, it is 1/6. That means only B is gaining. So out of the firm's goodwill is rupees 60,000. So what will be the share of C? C's share will be 1/6 into 60,000. This is rupees 10,000. So this entire 10,000 will be paid by B only because he is the only partner who is gaining. So here I'll write firm's valued goodwill. I'm not writing firm's goodwill because you may think it as a purchased goodwill. I'm writing valued goodwill, out of which A is not going to give any amount. B will be giving 10,000 because he is the only partner who has been gaining, and C will be getting 10,000 from B. Now the next one is there is an advertisement expenditure. You will subtract this also because this is an deferred revenue expenditure. It will be distributed in the old ratio. It is 24,000. So 24,000 to be divided in the old ratio 3:2:1. So it will be 4,000, 8,000 and 12,000. So this is how we have distributed everything. Now we will close it. Children, the most important thing in this question is you can see the balance sheet has shown you a cash balance of 20,000. So first of all, let us talk about the adjusted capital now. How much is the adjusted capital? First of all, C is retiring. So let us calculate and pay him off. So it will be 65, 75, 1,79,000. So you need to pay this much to C. And in order to pay C, who will bring the money? It will be brought by A and B. So this will become a part of their capital later on. Over here, 2,57,000. This is the adjusted capital of A, and 2,78,000 is the adjusted capital of B. Now we'll find out the total capital. What did I teach you? How to calculate the total capital? We will take the adjusted capital of retiring partner. How much is the adjusted capital of retiring partner? 1,79,000. How much is the adjusted capital of continuing partners? 2,57,000 plus 2,78,000 plus since the question says that partners decide to pay off C brought by A and B and adjust their capitals in new PSR and leave rupees 30,000 as cash. So how much firm wants to maintain a cash balance? It wants to maintain a cash balance of 30,000, whereas the firm already had the cash of rupees 20,000 that you will subtract. That means the cash which was shown by your balance sheet you will subtract, and the cash which is given as the adjustment which they want to maintain will be added. After all these plus and minus, the share will be 1,79,000 plus 2,57,000 plus 2,78,000 plus 30,000 minus 20,000. So it is 7,24,000. Now this is the total capital which you will distribute in the new ratio. What is the new ratio? 1:1. That means the share of each will be 3,62,000. This is A's share, this is B's new capital. This is new capital of both the partners. Whereas the adjusted capital is how much? See over here, the adjusted capital of A is 2,57,000 only, and of B it is 2,78,000. So if you can easily compare that for A new capital is more. So he will have to bring in more capital. How much more capital he will have to bring in? He will have to bring in 1,05,000. And similarly B will have to bring in, his new capital is also more, so he will have to bring in rupees 84,000. So this is how these two capitals will be brought in by the new partners. So you may pass the entry cash account debit to A's capital account and additional cash introduced, and for B cash account debit to B's capital account 84,000 additional cash introduced in the business. So this was a simple example with the help of the working I just told you. Now I will only prepare a partner's capital account, because revaluation there is no need to prepare, it's all the same in all the questions. Balance sheet also is not so affected. So the only thing which I want to tell you is about partner's capital account, that when you are solving a complete question, how to attempt and how to solve partner's capital account in case 4. So children, this is a question which I have taken in order to make the partner's capital account. As I told you, I will not be doing revaluation or balance sheet, because the main effect, it's a capital adjustment, the main effect is on the partner's capital. So I will just explain the partner's capital with the help of this particular example, where you can see the capital account of all the three partners are given. General reserve, workman compensation, investment fluctuation reserve, and creditors are on your liability side. On the asset side, you have cash in hand, debtors, provision, land and building, investment whose market value is given, and a statement of PL, that means accumulated loss is given 20,000. A few small illustrations, adjustments I have taken, that profit on revaluation amounted to rupees 15,000. So I assume that the revaluation account has already been made and there is a profit of 15,000. And the goodwill of the firm is valued at 30,000. X and Y share profits equally in future. So Z is retiring, so X and Y will continue in the equal ratio. And the question also says that Z is to be paid off by cash brought in by X and Y in such a manner that their capitals become proportionate to new PSR, and they also want to maintain a cash balance of rupees 10,000 in the firm, in the new firm. So based on this particular question, first of all, since we are preparing partners capital account, so I will write the opening capital by balance brought down. What is the opening capital? It is 50,000, 40,000 and 60,000. After this, as you can see, you have general reserve. There is no other adjustment related to general reserve, so we'll distribute it by general reserve. General reserve is rupees 25,000, so it will be distributed in the old ratio, that is 4:3:3. So the share will be 10,000, 7,500 and 7,500. The next is the workman compensation reserve. There is no adjustment related to this also, so we will distribute workman compensation reserve in the old ratio itself. So amount is 10,000, So the share will be 4,000, 3,000 and 3,000. After this you have investment fluctuation reserve 30,000, but if you can see there is an adjustment related to this, that the book value of investment is 75,000 but the market value is 60,000. That means if you sell it today there will be a loss of rupees 15,000. So where will you adjust it from? You will adjust it from your investment fluctuation reserve, which is 30,000. Since you have a reserve of 30,000 and there is a loss of 15,000, so you will be able to compensate it. After compensating the loss also, you are left with a fund of 15,000, which you will investment fluctuation fund. That 15,000 will be distributed amongst the partners in the old ratio. So 15,000 divided by 10 into 4, it is 6,000 and 4,500 and 4,500. So this is how we have done the working for the investment. On the asset side, we have a statement of PL 20,000, which will be written off to statement of PL. It is 20,000. So the share of each will be 8,000, 6,000 and 6,000. After this, all these are over, balance sheet is over. We'll just take the adjustment. The adjustment says that there is a profit on revaluation 15,000, which we will distribute. So by revaluation account, I'm just taking all these hypothetical values. So 15,000 to be distributed in the ratio 4:3:3. So it will be 15,000 divided by 10 into 4. It is 6,000, 4,500 and 4,500. So that was what with your profit on revaluation. Firm's goodwill is given 30,000 and we know this is the valued goodwill and this is always distributed in the gaining ratio. So we'll take out the gaining ratio first. So what will be the gaining ratio of X? New ratio is 1/2 whereas old ratio is 4/10. So the LCM is 10. 5 minus 4, 1/10. Y also 1/2 minus old ratio is 3/10. LCM will be 5 minus 3, that is 2/10. So your gaining ratio is 1:2. So this goodwill of 30,000 will take out Z's share. Z's share 30,000 into 3/10. So it will be rupees 9,000, which will be distributed between X and Y in the ratio 1:2. So it will be 3,000 and 6,000. So X will be paying, here I will write by X's capital account by Y's capital account. X is giving 3,000, Y is giving 6,000. Because of that, their capitals will reduce since they have given it to Z. So X has given 3,000, Y has given 6,000. So that was all with your goodwill of the firm. Now it is the new PSR and capital adjustment. So first of all, we are supposed to pay off the retiring partner and balance the adjustments continuing partners. Then only we will be knowing the adjusted capital. So let us first of all pay off Z, who is retiring. It is 60,000 plus 10,500 plus 12,000 plus 6,000. It is 88,500. So here we will write 88,500 minus 6,000. It is 82,500. This is the amount to be paid to Z. Now the question says that the amount which is to be paid to Z will be brought in by X and Y. Besides that, they also want to adjust their own capitals. So let us take the adjusted capital of X. How much is the adjusted capital of X? See over here, 50, 10, 60, 64, 70, 76,000 minus 11,000. So 76,000 minus 11,000, you are left with 65,000. So this is the adjusted capital of X. Similarly, the adjusted capital of Y will be 47, 50, 51, 55, 59,500, 59,500 minus 6 and 6, 12,000. So it will be 47,500 500 for Y, and we have already calculated how much amount to be paid to Z is 82,500. We are adding this along with X and Y because this amount will be also brought in by X and Y. So that will also become up their capital. Besides that, they also want to maintain a cash balance of 10,000. This is the cash which they want to maintain in the new firm. So we will add 10,000 and subtract whatever was shown in the balance sheet. See over here, the cash is shown rupees 25,000. So we will subtract this 25,000. After all these plus and minus, we are left with 65,000 plus 82,500 minus 25,000 plus 10,000. So the total is 1,80,000. Now this to be distributed, this is your total capital. You will distribute the total capital in the between X and Y equally because the new PSR is 1:1. So the share new capital of X and Y is 90,000. This is the new capital, whereas the adjusted capital of X is 65,000 only and Y is 47,500 only. That means X will have to bring more capital. How much more? 25,000. And Y will have to bring 90,000 minus 47,500. It is 42,500. So they will be bringing this much. So we will write over here by cash account. How much is X bringing? You can see over here the amount brought by X is 25,000. So here I will write in X 25,000 and Y is bringing 42,500. And what is their new capital? You can see the new capital of both the partners is 90,000. So you can write over here to balance carried down X 90,000, Y 90,000. Now you add both the sides, it must be equal. So it will be 1,01,000 this side and 1,02,000 this side. This side obviously the 50, 60, 76,000 plus 25,000. It will be 1,01,000 and this is 40, 47, 50, 55, 59,500 plus 42,500. It is 1,02,000. So children, this is how we prepare the partner's capital account in case when we are following case 4, when the new partner, the retiring partner has to be paid, the amount will be brought by the continuing partners. They also want to readjust their capital and also want to maintain a cash balance. Hope this video will help you in solving the sum. Please do take care of yourself and like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to Accountancy Point. Thank you.